Hello everyone! So, we've just watched the play, and I think it's day 3 already, huh? Nice. Maybe we should, well, we got a lot of money. Maybe we should stock up on some protective gear from the plague. I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, it seems like I just know which areas are infected. I can go heal some people there. That could be useful. So to the left. Hello. The infected areas are strictly off limits. Keep out. Be silent, human. Here is my home. Don't you dare stand in my way. I want to barter. Oh, for the twine. Very nice. Sure. Very nice. Do you have anything to say?
What?
You have walked around and observed much. Tell me, Clara, how does this disease spread? Through breath? Through touch? Or perhaps through blood-sucking insects? Those have grown in number of late. I don't know, Father. How could I know? I'm no scientist. Come closer, my daughter. Tell me. Advise me. What measures must be taken to stop the epidemic? Where do we send our brave patrolmen and the executor suicide squads? That's not for me to decide, Father. My advice would be of little use here. There is nothing wrong with your saying this. I am thinking aloud, and I would like to know whether the harbinger agrees with me, for there is someone else speaking through your lips. Is there not? Yes, there is. 5 years ago, the sand plague broke out in the poor districts where, due to our negligence, the social and sanitary conditions had become truly appalling. If, like the plague, it is spread by blood-sucking fleas and their host animals, perhaps a culling of bulls and other domestic animals would be the best solution. Rats! That's who you ought to exterminate without mercy. There should be a reward for every rat killed. I will tell you what I'm going to do. Don't say a word to anyone about the plague. I refuse to allow a panic, and so I will ban all expressions of mourning. Let them celebrate instead. To the bachelor, I have recommended that he reassure sick people, saying they have been afflicted with a general condition. There's already talk of the sand plague at every street corner. Aren't these measures coming a little late? Let no one talk about the sand plague for as long as possible. Now, if anyone attempts to escape and is heard saying that the disease is incurable and a pair of boots is the best medicine, that person must be taken into custody. Is that something you would endorse? You're looking for the cause in the wrong place. That is my job to do. Do not worry about that. To be the ruler during a plague is a cursed part to play and a grievous burden. A man doomed to nothing but error. Yes, all of those measures are just a way to comfort ourselves. My only hope is you. I hope you have not allowed despair to take over you yet. Do I need to restate my request? Whatever happens, I'm only fulfilling my purpose. You shall visit a singer named Anna Angel. Of all the black souls in our town, this is the blackest. The Willows used to be the happiest house in the side of town, and we were happy to have such neighbors. Now every crack in the walls of that house is oozing blood and tears. My God, what happened there? No one knows. Ever since Anna came to our town, she has always gotten away with whatever she did. Neither does anyone know what happened to all the former dwellers of that house. They had been a family, and a tight-knit one. Do you suspect her? I suspect that one of the bloodthirstiest ghouls that walked the earth has infiltrated our town in the shape of this singer. Have you heard about the caravan? Of course you haven't. Ask her about it and see what she has to say. All right. Ah, you frightened me so much. Okay.
Don't let anyone scare you. No one will dare touch you while I'm of influence.
You're entirely your own mistress, but remember that time will run out soon. We must not rush. Sure. Beep, 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 beep. I'm a little hungry. Egg. Milk. Very nice, very nice. Hi, Anna.
Life is hard.
You're so pale. Would you like to use my rouge? I've come to you on behalf of my protector and father. He wants to know more about you than he does now. Oh, so now I'm on Saburov's list of undesirables too. Truly, I'm being targeted by all of the powers that be. I would never expect that from Saburov, a firmly principled man and an old neighbor of mine. And in the meantime, the Olgimskis have been utterly terrorizing me. I was even going to plead for his protection. And what's the Olgimskis' problem with you? Oh, I do know what it's about. There's this local usurer. I'll tell you later how I'm involved there. So tough Vlad decided to pocket his blood money. Vlad himself had to pay up quite heftily. He transferred the funds to your new father yesterday. But what does that have to do with you? We'll come to that, my dear. The hunchback refused to give Vlad the money, so Vlad said he'd find a way to bring him to heel, pressure someone who could reveal all the skeletons in the hunchback's closet. That was a direct hint at me. Vlad had found out about my involvement with the hunchback. But it's hardly something that Alexander wanted to find out. Please, my dear, save me from those infernal Olgimskis. Vlad is terribly, unbelievably cruel. He can't control his anger. He can smash an oak table into splinters. He can condemn hundreds of people to torture just to quench his own fury. Help me, and I'll be completely open with you. Find out if Big Vlad is scheming against me. Would he really threaten you? Yes. He thinks I'm easy to handle because of how I acted yesterday. And today there was this threatening message, saying I'll soon die the same death as others who... Well, no need to go into the vapid lies that follow. Signed, Look Back. Do you have any idea how scary that is? What kind of strange signature that is? It's a hint that there'll always be danger lurking behind my back. I mean, what else could it be? So how can I help you there? Well, think of something. Oh, shit. I messed up. Yeah, now that's better. You'll surely manage. I sense an angelic power in you. Of course, would have used his children to get to him, but they're already grown up, and I wouldn't be able to handle them at this point. But you will. He used his children. That sounded sinister. Oh, and don't believe anything they might tell you about my past. It's all lies. I came here as a refugee fleeing political persecution for singing subversive songs. See you later, Anna. I'll come back with the news. Thanks. Huh? What is this? Are you a saint or a thief? Since they call you both names, whether or not you're a saint is not for you to judge, but can you at least remember what it is what you stole? Why did they try to chase you, to hunt you down as if you were the world's worst offender? Sister of mine, don't you cry. Don't give in to despair. As powerful as your enemies are, your protectors wield greater power. A villain should be judged. A saint should perform miracles. If you cannot spare time for these everyday commitments, rest assured I will take care of your affairs for you. I'm going to visit the Skinner's district today. Do you recognize my hand yet? The seeds of the caravan. They say that Anna Angel's soul is blacker than coal and her crimes are as terrifying as they are unprovable. Even so, I will force her to confide in me, to remove her mask and reveal the nakedness of her soul to me. It may be she is not so black on the inside. Anna is afraid of Vlad the Heavy, the head of the Olgimsky household. He wouldn't want to meet me, that's for sure. His children, though, Capella and Vlad the Younger, might trade their words with me. Hey there.
Guests are always welcome here.
Oh, all the pain, all the pity, all in the abysmal depth of your eyes. Speak fast, please. I do not know why, but being close to you feels oppressive. Don't be angry with me. I've come to you with a very important task. If you answer my question, I won't bother you anymore for now. Tell me, is your father threatening Anna? Oh, for how much longer are you all going to torture my father? No, he is not to blame for anything whatsoever. Remember it, in case anyone points the finger at him in the future. Why did I only give him my word? Someone's been sending anonymous threatening letters to Anna. She's convinced your father wants to punish her for something. He doesn't care about this Anna at all, but I suppose he is going to start now. Anonymous threats. Way to slander him. Thank you for telling me. I'll strangle this Anna myself, the viper, with my own hands. But who could be sending her those letters? They're signed, Look Back. What did you say? Look back? I think I'm beginning to see now. Anna must have really been involved with the caravan, which makes Khan the most likely writer of the letters. So that's why they all suddenly assembled at the polyhedron 5 days ago and wouldn't leave. They had heard of the seeds of the caravan sprouting in town. Small wonder. I don't get it. Who assembled at the polyhedron? A while ago all of the town's children darted for the tower on the other side, like sheep from a wolf. There was mention of the caravan back then, but I didn't make too much of it. So Anna is afraid that her past will surface. A guilty mind is never at ease. And Khan had actually found out. And so? And so now, of course, he wants to kill her because of the caravan. His dogheads must have been prowling about town looking for people with caravan connections. Now they know, but the epidemic has struck in the meantime. As soon as he pulls himself together after his grandfather's death and is done setting up the polyhedron's defenses, he will surely dispatch a revenge squad to Anna. And why had the news of caravan fugitives frightened the children so much? Basically, they used to abduct children. It is said they brought them up as actors in order to attract new audiences. They picked the best. But now, so many years later, there have been so many legends, so many ballads and scary stories about them that no one remembers the truth anymore. In the children's ears, the word caravan is simply synonymous with a maddening and inescapable horror. But it's only Anna, and she's alone. Khan will give her no peace regardless. In his mind, even a single living caravan actor is a being who will sow and spread the seeds of this senseless monstrosity, like an infection of sorts. Really though, what was the point of the whole plan? They probably had something else in mind too. No, nothing. They traveled the country, acting, singing, performing stunts and tricks. They took bright children and left ugly ones on the doorsteps as replacements, like changelings. They were leaving fear, grief, hatred, and monsters in their wake, while themselves becoming even ever more alluring, beautiful, attractive, and memorable. But despite that, people were growing more and more afraid of them. That's horrible. There's so much hatred around. Was the caravan destroyed? Yes. It attracted the attention of the powers that be fairly quickly. There was a real manhunt for them. They conducted raids and searches. They chased them. At first the caravan miraculously managed to elude them, but eventually they were surrounded somewhere near Orv. A ballad was written about the attack. You've probably heard it. But who could have defeated that evil if it had been real and not of the buffoonish kind? No one. And the caravan would have made it as far as your step by now. Yes, you do sound like you know what you're talking about. Who are you, Clara? Answer me. Whatever I told you now, you wouldn't believe me. Don't be so afraid of me. You didn't think a miracle maker would look like this, did you? That will soon pass. Thanks. I have learned a lot. Olgimsky has nothing to do with whoever is stalking Anna. I don't know if Anna should be happy about this or not. What I do know is the kind of hook I should use to drag her conscience out.
Is it really lethal?
I'd like to do something good for you, so that we could become friends. Really? Do you really want to do something nice for me? I don't even know what to say. You know, sometimes I feel that there is no one better and kinder than you in the whole world, and that whatever you might do would be good, even for me. But sometimes you feel differently, don't you? Yes. Yes, sometimes I feel as though you and I were enemies, and you are a very dangerous enemy, seeing as you're not human. What am I saying? Got a headache. Sorry. It's all this terrible air. I'd like to do something for you regardless. You know, I've told the bachelor to go to the Skinners, which is the disease hotbed. A little boy named Loafer was going to test a toxic powder there, but I still haven't heard from the bachelor. Perhaps he didn't find the boy? I see. Would you like me to find the bachelor, or Loafer? The bachelor would be better. He is, after all, the more responsible one. Ask him if he's tracked down the boy and managed to take that horrible mixture away from him. All right, I'll ask him when I meet him.
The children no longer remember me.
Oh, all the pain, all the pity, all the abysmal depth in your eyes. Speak fast, please. Oh, right, we've read this already. I'm not angry with you. I think I know what this is about. Okay. Should we go to Vlad the Younger still? Maybe we should. Just to check out what the hell's going on. Who will sting the haruspex? The bachelor is somewhere in the infected district. I will be able to find him in one of the houses. Hi, Vlad.
There's this thing that needs to be done.
What do you want, girl? To peer into my deep well? Tell me, Vlad Olgimsky, do you know Anna Angel well? Well enough, by small town standards. Tell me who she is, then. A fugitive actress from the Aces of Diamonds. She took up residence at the Willows and proceeded to remove the owners of that charming house from this world. A celebrity, indeed. Though actually, I've never sought intimacy with her. In fact, I only remembered about her yesterday, in connection with the medicine commandeering business. Why? Ah, so that's why. Now I see clearly what's scaring her so much. She's afraid of the smallest noise now, and no surprise. A life of fear is the price she's paying for the horror she once helped unleash. You do know about the caravan, don't you? No, I know nothing about the caravan. Say, you must be from far away indeed. A few years ago, the Ace of Diamonds caravan was all that the entire country was talking about. That was a bunch of especially scary criminals who were committing savage and senseless atrocities while posing as a wandering circus. They were famous for kidnapping children. Why did they do all that? That's the worst part. Had they done it for profit, their actions, however abominable, could have at least been explained. But their motives were a mystery. They'd take the best and leave the disfigured freaks in their place. And the children would become performers with the caravan. What did they need those children for? To replenish their troop. They were collectors. Do you realize how the Kinds must have hated them? The caravan turned up at this exact same time our children had settled at the polyhedron, and the Kinds saw that they had given the little ones of the town a magical childhood. The caravan stood at the opposite pole, as it were, a challenge, a mockery, a reminder for Nina and Simon. And the Kinds know about Anna's connection to the caravan? Well, it hasn't been proven yet, but the day they find out will be the last day of her life. I have no doubt about it. The caravan is a boogeyman that the Kinds hate with a passion. A punishment by the government would be a walk in the park compared to the scourges that the Kinds used to call down upon them. Could it be that the Kinds have found out about Anna and are threatening her now? If it is so, then it can only be one particular kind, the weakest and temporarily paralyzed one. The others wouldn't stoop to threats. They'd act right away. Who is it then? Casper, also known as Khan, Victor and Nina's son, a black-eyed Maria's little brother. My sister will tell you all about him. They were friends for a while. At one point, our parents even considered arranging their marriage, despite the age difference. But they were too incompatible. Thanks for your advice. I'll talk to your sister.
It will all work out when...
It will all work out, Mama. You look like you're about to tell me something. You have such a mischievous sparkle in your eyes. I'm going to whisper something in your ear. Lean over so you could hear. Well, speak now. Simon is alive. Fully alive, do you understand? Ava's told me secretly. How can she know? The bachelor has Ava completely under his thumb. She's like a slave to him now, but she also knows his secrets. And guess what? He's colluded with Stock Rubin, an apprentice of Visitors, a surgeon and former mercenary. Together, they're now hiding Simon from the Kinds, making it look like he's dead. What are you saying? Do you think they're up to something bad? Yes, I think so. There must be a reason the three of them are doing this, and their goals are probably evil. What else could they be? Why are you telling me this? You need to check if Ava's telling the truth. Do check, and afterwards inform the Kinds about the newcome bachelor. Do you understand how that will change your life? They'll stop persecuting you. You'll gain their favors and earn a lot of money. Or perhaps you don't care about money at all. I do. Everyone needs money. Hehehe, I do like
this
money.
flush. My cheeks are burning, aren't they?
I've talked to the Elgimskis, Anna. Pray tell, what are they up to? You have nothing to worry about, sweet dear. The Elgimskis aren't interested in you in the slightest. A boy named Khan is who's sending you the threats. I wonder why. So that's how it is. Now I understand. Now I can see the whole picture. That is the point. Now I realize. Woe is me, the ever unlucky artiste. I've played the part of a villainess all too well, and now no one's going to believe that I am what I really am. Thank you, my dear. Now I know which direction to expect danger from. Do you agree to answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? I do. And why didn't you... Anna, is it true that you are a kidnapper of children, a criminal from the caravan? It's not true. I've never kidnapped a child. I was myself kidnapped at a very young age. Well, not literally kidnapped. My ending up there was more of a mishap. A mishap? Why? Because I'd been born ugly and mute. No one would play with me, and I couldn't even say mommy. All the while dreaming of becoming a real singer. I had thought they'd teach me to sing at the caravan and make me beautiful. How would that be possible if you were mute? They had sorcery in their blood. They made stage artists out of children like myself. Nothing came out of my singing in the end, but I did become a true caravan girl. A malicious, obsessed troll ruining children's lives and souls. It so happened that I was already here at the time. So you were a failure as a singer, weren't you? And how did you become so beautiful? They'd fed me egg yolks and oysters, made me drink lemon juice, put a special toad on my chest so that I'd absorb its miasma. It didn't work. Then they decided to make a figurine. But then there was a raid, and we got rounded up near Orv. I escaped with a snake charmer named Var. He carried me out. What's a figurine? A freak. They left the small ones at the door of a house that a child had been kidnapped from, like changelings. You should know. And the grown-up ones were made to perform at the Guginol, a night show for depraved adults. So what was your crime? I had betrayed my parents. I had taken someone else's voice, someone else's hair. Then, when I was already here, I acted the same way the caravan's leaders would. I was hungry, so I lifted all of these things from Willow the girl, who then died. It was she that used to be the golden-haired singer. That's when the plague broke out. What? That makes no sense. What the hell? How is that even possible? As a punishment for my greed, Willow Mellow had predicted that it would all turn out this way if the caravan got here. She had even been stockpiling medicine. The stash is actually all hers. All this time, I've been waiting for my punishment. I've twisted my nature so badly. I should have remained a cripple. And who was this Willow? She was nice, a real baby doll, but I did to her the same thing the caravan had been doing to children. Ground her into flour and wove her into threads. I don't even know how I did it. Flour and threads? You're mad, aren't you? I suppose I can't expect to ever be forgiven, can I? Too big of an honor for you, having an entire town perish because of your greed. No, it wasn't your doing.
Is it fatal? For real?
What just happened to me? Was I asleep? I've got a horrible headache. It's just wire, Anna. Sleep. So she said the truth. But that's so convoluted and strange. I'm so curious, like, what the hell happened with the caravan? How did Anna get... Willow Mellow, is that the same singer and dancer that died in the bachelor's and haruspex's route? But she died later on, and she was bride to the Odongs. I don't understand anything.
I will restore the order here, rest assured.
I talked to Anna, some neighbor you have. Not you, we. Or do you still not think of the rod as your home? Tell me, what is your verdict on Anna? She is innocent. Are you sure? Clara? I'm sure. Who is guilty then? I don't know. Are there no more bad people left in town? Don't you want to know who caused the disease? Be watchful, Clara. Careful you don't let a criminal walk free. The entire town will be slowly consumed, while your mercy is keeping the one villain alive. Let truth prevail. Just a little reputation loss. Nothing I can't handle. Okay, cool. Of course. It must be somewhere. Oh. It must be somewhere high up, right? That's always how it is. There he is.
Yes.
What are you doing here? I could really do without being bothered. I've been looking for you, Bachelor. Someone is worried about you. Ava? No, Capella. Aren't you here on her request? You're the one doing the errands, not me. I'm doing my own work here. Actually, that reminds me. Have you by any chance seen a dodgy-looking lad around? I told him to get lost, but now I'm not sure he listened. You could tell by his eyes he was a Weasley fellow. No, Bachelor. You're the only Weasley fellow I'm aware of. That's reassuring. By the way, you really shouldn't be here. Burak, the haruspex, is hiding in one of those houses. He's dangerous. I'm sure he is this Ripper everyone's talking about, the body snatcher. I wish I knew where he was hiding exactly. Wouldn't want to walk into the beast's lair in the dark. Whose body did he snatch? Now that's something you don't need to know, but it very likely was the exact body that I need. And what if that child loafer were to encounter him? Have you thought about that? I've been trying to track him down for some time now. He's certainly somewhere close. Flashed past a while ago, actually. If you happen to see him, tell me which house he's in. I'll deliver on rewards, in coin as well as medicine. They will come in handy. If you're trying to track him down, why aren't you busy looking for him yourself? I can't leave this place. I've got work to do. By the way, have you met any butchers around here? Big fellows, you know, flat faces. I've been waiting for them for a full hour. I'm afraid that damned Ripper was involved again. He's got some issue with butchers too. What you're talking about is utterly beyond me. Okay. Bye. Okay, he's still there. Maybe we should go this way. So what, I just have to run around? Do I have to check every single fucking house around here? Jeez. No, actually, never mind. Is there a store that has medicines in it? Hey, Sticky.
Every Joker's one step away from being a goner.
Hi, Clara. Noticed me watching you yesterday? I'm Sticky. Were you watching me? Sorry, I often do this. I'm curious. I like meddling in all sorts of things I'm not supposed to meddle in. I guess that's why they call me a thief. And why do they call you a thief? Is that what they're calling me? I don't remember ever stealing anything. Yeah, right, Clara, you've been stealing all this time. Ugh. That happens a lot. You steal something and can't remember it afterwards. Must have been something important. Or else something you don't just put in your pocket. Someone's name, maybe? Mine isn't the sort of name you get punished for borrowing.
Yep.
You're bothering me. I want to be alone. Bothering you? That's odd. Okay. So I'm not gonna bother him anymore. Where is... Should I just go on the wiki? I'm just gonna go on the wiki, okay? Come on, kid. Oh, there you are. What are you doing walking around in here? Don't you see there's danger on all sides? And what are you doing here? There's a schmouter I want to test. If you fall ill and swallow it, chances are you'll be cured. But I've got to check that first. See, I'm running a real clinical test here. Give it to me, kid, and run from here, quickly. Yeah, bye, bitch. Wait. Opposite? The kid was here, I think. So, the haruspex must be here. I've read it on the wiki. Yeah!
What?
What strange manifestation is this? What are you doing here? Ah, I see. You must have materialized straight out of those whiffs of mists. You're being hunted, Ripper! Beware! They're closing in! Ripper? Me? How did I get a shameful nickname like that? Wasn't it you who stole Simon's body? You certainly didn't do it in order to bury him. You were holding a freshly sharpened scalpel. I never touched Simon. In fact, I never even met him. But if you will tell the bachelor that I've stolen his body and that I'm here, I'll be in a lot of trouble. A patrol will be dispatched here at once, and my mission will end in failure. Indeed, the bachelor is very close. He won't hesitate to shoot, and you are unarmed. You know what? Don't tip them off. I'm not planning to do anything evil. Wait, forget it. You're not going to believe me anyway. So look here. If you don't turn me over, I'll give you my concoctions. They're good. You'll see for yourself. Or are you really unaffected by the disease? I'll take your concoctions. We'll make more and I'll hand these out to the poor. Yes, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Bye-bye. Whew. I could rat him out to the bachelor now. But do I wanna? I like Artemy, and I like the Twirine extracts he gave me. They're worth quite a bit. I'll keep him. Why not? Oh, Jesus. Their grunts scared me.
The children no longer remember me.
By the way, I found a bachelor. How brave you are. Did he say anything? Is Loafer all right? Instead of looking for the boy, he got carried away trying to hunt down the haruspex. Oh,
Is it
okay.
really Lee?
Is that it? The haruspex has asked me to keep his whereabouts a secret. Someone is trying to track him down. This means there is something that he is afraid after all. I wonder what I should say to the bachelor. So to end the quest, I need to actually talk to the bachelor. Great. Great, 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 great. I'll just go back there.
You look
Hey, man.
unhealthy.
Time, precious time is slipping through my fingers. Wasted on trifles. Have you found this Ripper? No, I haven't seen him. Unless... Well, if I rat him out, I get shit. And I already got shit from the haruspex. Alright. Sure. I found him, bachelor. Look, I'll show you the house. Excellent. He won't get out of there in one piece. You're not trying to trick me though, are you? Aren't you afraid that he'll overpower you? He looks menacing. Not afraid at all. I'm well armed. He's armed even better. We'll see who wins. Yes. Alright. Now that's gonna be it for today. This whole rat chase between the Bachelor and the haruspex. Cool to see in the Changeling's route how different they are. Alright. See you later!